channel 00 Chico, the Breakroom begins its nightly broadcast. I heard regular folks are going on that TV show alone. I'm putting my money on the drug addict. I mean, he can find shelter easily, and sadly, he doesn't eat that much.
June, another sleepy, dusty Delta day. I was out chopping cotton and my brother was baling hay.
Hello, welcome to the program. I'm your host, Marty, and you are in the Breakroom. On this episode, we'll be looking at a young girl from Kentucky who made it all the way to Hollywood in the early 60s. Before we take a look at her career, we'll be listening to her as she does a voiceover for a TV show in 1960. Apparently one of the actresses in the TV show had a tone deaf or something. And of course we'll be taking a look at again, her doing the voiceover for actress Dawn Wells. Here is the voice of the incredible Jackie DeShannon.
Like a cloud needs a sheriff, like a prisoner needs a cell, like a ding dong needs a bell. You need us. You need me. You need me. Like a picture needs a star. Like a golfer needs a par. Like teenagers need a car. You need me. You need me. You need me. Like a baby needs a toy. Like Hawaiians need a boy. Like a girl needs a boy. You need me.
So sit back, relax, fire up a colortini, and watch the pictures as they fly through the air. We'll be right back.
Papa said to Mama.
For relaxation, Marty's shrink now has him listening to tapes of crowds screaming. Because when he turns it off, it's just so darn peaceful.
Welcome back to this episode. As I said beginning, this person that we'll be looking at this time is Jackie DeShannon. Now, Jackie was born in 1941 in Kentucky, but that wasn't her name then. It was Sharon Lee Myers, and apparently her folks were very musical. I think her mom was like a big band leader or singer or something, and her dad was very musical, so music was around the house all the time. In fact, the story is when she was about 3 years old, her parents go to a country western concert or something with the singing cowboy Tex Ritter, and either she tries or does get up on stage and tries to perform. So she definitely was a ham at a young age. Her parents moved to Illinois, and by the time she's 6, she's on the radio singing gospel and country. By 13, she's performing on the radio. She has a show called Breakfast Melodies, and she's playing all kinds of places now. She's kind of doing a little bit of a touring for a 13-year-old, but she's very, very popular. She's doing radio, she's doing TV, she's doing sock hops. She attends Batavia High School, I guess. She only makes it to her sophomore year where she kind of is done and leaves school. She signs with Gone Records and changes her name to Sherry Lee Myers, and her with her band go out touring all through the South. In 1957-58, she changes to rockabilly and changes her name to Jackie D.
I wish you would here. Please have no fear, I'm still waiting.
She appears on one of Alan Freed's big rock and roll shows and is noticed by a rock icon at the time, Eddie Cochran, tells her that she should stop wasting her time trying to record in Nashville or New York. She should go to LA where his girlfriend Sharon lives. He tells Jackie, you already look like a California girl, and you write your own stuff and you want to perform, you need to go to California. And that's what she does. She heads to California. In 1960, she's signed by Liberty Records, and again starts a partnership up with Sharon Shealy, Eddie Cochran's girlfriend. They start writing songs, doing demos, trying to get the songs picked up by major artists. And she also goes to see Bob Dylan. Peter, Paul, and Mary suggest she go see this new guy, and she's blown away, like everyone else was, just because of the way he wrote, what he wrote about, how he sang. And she tries to convince Liberty Records to let her do a record of Dylan covers, and of course they say no. And during this process of doing demos and writing in Hollywood and LA, she starts meeting all these really great record producers and writers and musicians and performers. And one of those people is Sonny Bono. And he gets a song to her that I think does well, and it's her first song that actually cracks the top 100. Here she is doing Needles and Pins.
I saw him today. I saw his face. It was a face I loved, and I knew I had to run away, get down on my knees and pray that they go away, but still they begin. Needles and pins, because of all my pride, the tears I gotta hide. Hey, I thought I was smart. I put his heart I didn't think I knew, but now I see she's what you demand me. Let him go ahead, take her love instead, and one day he will see just how to get these. Oh, and get down on his knees. Hey, that's how he begins. He'll feel those needles and pins, hurting him, hurting him. Why can't I stop and tell myself I'm wrong, so wrong? Why can't I stand up and tell myself I'm wrong? Because I saw him today.
In late 1963, she actually has a song on the radio that she actually writes and records. It does reach the top 100 for the Billboard Top 100 at 99, and it's When You Walk in the Room.
I can feel a glowing sensation taking place. I can hear the guitars playing lovely tune. Every time that you walk in the room, I close my eyes for a second and pretend it's me you want. Meanwhile, I try to act so nonchalant. I feel a summer's night with a magic moon. Every time that you walk in the room, baby, it's a dream come true. Standing right alongside you. Wish I could tell you how much I care, but I only have the nerve to stare. I can feel something pounding.
1964 has her appearing in a movie called Surf Party. Again, one of the basic beach blanket bingo parties of the 60s. But what happens is she gets asked to be an opening, or at least one of the opening acts, on the Beatles' first 1964 tour of America, which is a big deal. She there's pictures of her hanging out with George Harrison playing Monopoly, and this does a lot for her career. It really does. And she's kind of curious how come the Beatles chose her. And Paul McCartney says, well, we've been getting all these demos and songs you were writing. They come our way because people want to know if we want to record them. So we definitely know that that you're a singer-songwriter, and we appreciate that. Good for her. She continues to perform now more than ever. Not just a songwriter; she's a performer now, and she gets together with a little band and starts playing everywhere and does really well. I mean, she's a really great performer. Living in California, she eventually runs into Elvis Presley. They become good friends. They don't really date, but they do hang out together a lot. He appreciates the fact that she's, you know, a writer that sings. They have commonalities. They're both very spiritual. In 1965, she also moves to England for a while and kind of checks that out. She starts a partnership with the guitarist Jimmy Page from Zeppelin. And not only are they writing together, but they have a romantic relationship. She has songs now that are appearing on people's records. She has a song that's on the Marianne Faithfull record. The Byrds do one of her songs. Cher does one of her songs. Also in '65, the story is she's at a recording session with Burt Bacharach and his writing partner Hal David. And there's a song that Hal believes that Jackie's good for, but Burt says no, no one likes that song, no one wants to record that song. But Hal thinks she has the voice that will work with that song. So eventually Burt allows her to do it, and it becomes her first hit that kind of brings her from nowhere into the public light. Here's Jackie doing that great Burt Bacharach, Hal David song, What the World Needs Now.
What the world needs now is love, sweet love. It's the only thing that there's just too little of. What the world needs now is love, sweet love. No, not just for some, but for everyone. Lord, we don't need another mountain. There are mountains and hillsides enough to climb. There are oceans and rivers enough to cross, enough to last till the end of time. What the world needs now is love, sweet love. It's the only thing that there's just too little of. What the world needs now is love, sweet love. No, not just for some, but for everyone. Lord, we don't need another meadow. There are cornfields and wheat fields enough to
In 1966, she gets married to Bud Darin, an executive for Liberty Records. Sadly, though, the relationship doesn't go that well. It lasts about 11 months, and in '67, the marriage is annulled. Also in '67, she does another movie called Come On, Let's Live a Little. She plays a folk singer. Not that good of a movie, but again, she is out there for sure. Through '68, she continues to perform and write. She actually does an album that is one of the first albums done by a singer-songwriter female called Laurel Canyon. And that's in '68. And this is way before like Joni Mitchell did all her stuff. And it's a pretty good album. And that kind of gives her a little more of a high mark for other musicians and performers at the time. In 1969, she's now writing songs with her brother Randy and his friend Jimmy Holiday, and they pin her biggest hit, number 3, Put a Little Love in Your Heart.
fellow man, lend him a helping hand. Put a little love in your heart. You see it's getting late. Oh, please don't hesitate. Put a little love in your heart, and the world will be a better place. And the world will be a better place for you.
1976, she marries a film composer named Randy Edelman, who she's still married to today, by the way. And a song she wrote years before with a co-writer by the name of Donna Weiss does really good in 1981. The singer Kim Carnes takes this song and re-records it, kind of changes up the vibe. The song is Betty Davis Eyes, and Jackie and Donna, and I guess Kim, do really well with it. It wins the Grammy for Song of the Year in 1982. In 2010, she's inducted into the Songwriters Hall of Fame. Here she is. Jackie DeShannon is one of a kind. In the late 50s, where most ladies were waiting for songs to be written for them, she was writing her own and performing. She sang gospel, country, rockabilly, teen pop. Again, she was one of the first female writers in the late 50s. She was a trailblazer, along with other performers, not only just singers and songwriters like Sharon Shealy, singers like Brenda Lee, singer-songwriters like Carole King, and of course in the mid-60s, female singer-songwriters like Bobby Gentry. And before we go, I just want to say that battle lines are being drawn. Nobody's right. Everybody's wrong. Young people are speaking their minds and getting so much resistance from behind. We'll see you next time.
Well, truth be told, you're not going to lose any weight watching Marty's podcast, but you darn sure lose a bunch of IQ points, that's for sure.
Seems like nothing ever comes to no good.